G'day everyone, Viv here. Welcome back. I hope you're all keeping well. I wanted to run through a very quick tutorial because I need to paint up some more buildings. So this time I'm working on some more desert buildings and we're going to try and achieve this sort of effect. This sort of, it's not plastering, but sort of mud brick, I suppose. And, it's very, very quick and simple. This model here took me, maybe 10 minutes to do the texturing on. So let's have a quick look. So I've got here on the table, little saucer, some ready mixed filler. And all we're going to do is take some of this stuff, put it on our little saucer here, mix a little bit of water in with it. Now, how much water you add to this, is just going to be from experience and the sort of the filler that you're using. They can vary. But we want something that sort of is, kind of like a toothpaste, a runnier toothpaste, something kind of like that. And then all we're going to do is just bang this onto our building like this. You don't need to be massively neat about this. It's going to help cover up all those gaps of the MDF, all the little plugs and all that sort of stuff. And we'll just go around and, we'll do the whole building like this. I've just realised I haven't glued the stairs into this building and they're all fallen out. That's all right. We can glue those in afterwards. You don't need a massively thick coat on here, but that's pretty much what we're trying to achieve. Actually, that camera's a little bit rubbish. I need another light over there. That's the sort of effect we're trying to achieve. I'm going to go around and do the whole building and we'll leave this to, set up a little bit for about 5 minutes. Okay, so there we go. We're pretty much done with that now. This building's pretty simple. It's just a whole bunch of outside walls. I'm not going to worry about trying to get on the inside of these walls here. This is just a prototype model that's, old. It's been sitting around for ages, so a perfect candidate for, doing this sort of stuff with. So we just need to leave that to dry. Because I haven't put the stairs in the model here, it's missing its stairs, I might leave that wall. I might just quickly grab some glue and glue those stairs in so we can do this inside wall. Okay, so there we go. We've got our building, with that texture on there. So now we just need to let that set up for a little bit. And whilst we do that, we're going to use a piece of foam, it could be a piece of blister packet or, an old piece of your foam carry trace, just a piece of, spongy polyethylene foam. Polyurethane foam, some PU foam. And we're going to use this to sort of stipple on and wipe our texture a little bit. So we'll see that when we come back. Okay, so we're back. I've left the model for about 5, 6, maybe 7 minutes. And you can see it's sort of starting to set up. Now you'll notice on this side I've just brushed it on. And on this side it's kind of stippled. That doesn't matter. So we're going to go through with our piece of sponge and sort of flatten all of this texture with our sponge. May have left this a little too long. And then we're just going to drag the sponge across our textured detail. If you leave this too long, it'll set up too much and, this will be difficult to do. And we'll just do this across the whole model. Now you don't need the whole model to be coated in this stuff. You just need a thin layer on there to give you the effect. Otherwise, if you've got too much on there, it's going to, you know, it's too thick. I mean, this stuff is, well, it depends on where you go, I suppose, and which models you're looking at. It's generally, you know, reasonably well applied. Now I am changing the direction in which I'm doing this to get rid of any of those lines or marks that we're going to leave behind on the model. So there's the side that I just brushed the detail on, all that texture paste, the wall filler, the spackle, wall filler we call it. Now, we do have one slight problem with this model. As I mentioned, it's a prototype. So you'll see it's got 2 plugs there, which is supposed to have a beam on the inside, but you know, that beam is not there. So I might need to come back and fill that a little bit later. And this is all we're going to do. Then we need to let this model dry. And you can see on this side here that the detail is not, or the texture is not as thick as in some other parts of the model. You know, that's perfectly fine. It's going to look great once we get some paint on here. So we're going to leave this now to dry overnight. And then we'll come back and paint it tomorrow with some rattle cans and a little bit of acrylic stain. You know, give us some streaking and, you know, some weathering. So there we go. Thanks for tuning in. Tomorrow we'll see it come alive. I'll see you then. Bye-bye.